And as soon as I got out there, I mean, her back was to the wind, and it just came straight at me. So our 7 o'clock hit, maybe, they got, because she went into a package. So I literally had ice and just stuff coming out of the lens in between when she was on the thing. So I ran out there really quick, wiped the lens. Just as I was finishing getting off, they took us live. It took me live.
I've wiped the lens live on TV.
Yeah. So
You know, it doesn't look as bad as what you think it is, because if there's stuff flying on the lens, people can't see it flying on the lens. And if you reach up and clean it, then you're good.
So my friend in California was actually watching it. So he sends me a text. He's like, "Yeah, nice lens."
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Scott, Mark, Terry. No. Do you want me to put these on, or do you want me to do these? They're good?
Yeah, you're good where you are. As long as they're not in your way.
No, they're fine.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
Just tell me what you want. Tell me when,
All right.
when you're ready.
Make sure. Drum rolling. I don't have to pay time.
Do I have to do an introduction, or what do you want me to do to start?
Just
everybody all right?
say your name, say who you are, and then go right into it.
Okay.
Everybody ready?
Yep.
All right.
I'm rolling.
Thank you for coming. My name is Lisa Newsome. I am the superintendent of the Ashtabula Area City Schools. First, I would like to thank Mark Astorino and Terry Strong. Starting on Saturday at the initial onset of this heavy snow accumulation, they have worked endless hours, and they have done a great job in this devastation and this emergency. Also, thank you to the maintenance department, Alan Hackaday, Andy Jackalou, William Pitcher, Wayne Houston, for all the work they have done helping clear the snow and everything else that has gone on here on campus. I would also like to thank Jim Timonier, our city manager. We have been communicating since this all transpired, and he has offered his support, and we've also been talking about all the roads and the road conditions during this snowstorm. Due to the situation that we have experienced here at Lakeside High School, the administration team and I have come up with a temporary relocation plan, and I have met with all of the administration. We had staff meetings today, and we are going to bring them back into face-to-face learning as soon as we can. The first thing I would like to also announce that we have contracted with Cenemark to remove the snow from the roofs of all of our buildings. They are out there now looking at removing the snow from the buildings. I have had communications with some of our parents with concern, and as a parent, that would be a concern of mine as well. We are taking time to do daily inspections, to check the roofs from inside. Terry and Mark walk through every single day, and we are making sure that they are safe. Our buildings are very safe. We do everything we can to make sure of that, and they are out there actually now removing the snow off the buildings. So, on Monday, December 9th, the high school students, grade 9 through 12, will be doing remote learning temporarily. I said from the beginning that I did not want to do remote learning, but we are going to do this the right way. So starting on Monday, they will be doing remote learning temporarily until the 17th. Mr. Weatherholt will be sending out Google Classroom instructions. We met with the high school staff today. They are on board. They're ready to start on Monday to go through December 19th. ATEC students will attend school returning Monday, just like normal. And St. John students will also be returning on Monday, just like normal, but instead of getting the shuttle bus at Lakeside High School, they will be getting the shuttle bus here at Lakeside Junior High School at the event entrance. Grab-and-go lunch and breakfasts will be available for the students during the remote time. During this time frame, it's about 7 days from now until December 17th. This does shorten our Christmas break. We were going to December 20th, but we are going to end December 17th, and I'll explain why in a second. Chromebook distribution for students who left their Chromebooks in the high school because we cannot go back into the high school to retrieve anything. We will have an announcement. Mr. Weatherholt will do a all call to all high school students and parents, and we will push it out via final forms on how to pick up a Chromebook so they can do remote learning. AACS will be going on a holiday break starting the 17th instead of the 20th. These days will be considered waiver days, so we can allow for the move and transition that will take place, and the education will be disrupted as little as possible. Lakeside High School students will return to Huron and Lakeside 9 in person 5 days a week, starting on Monday, January 6th. All start and end times will remain the same. We will be moving the preschool classrooms at Huron Building into the Ontario Building on December 17th through December 19th. We will also be moving 2 classrooms from the Ontario Building over to the Superior Building. If you don't know our campus, we have 5 buildings that sit on a campus on Wade Avenue, so that's why they're the Great Lakes, so they sit all together. Grades 10 through 12 will be relocating to the Huron Building. The art, band, and choir classes will be held at Erie, which is across from Huron, and all the fine arts courses will also be able to be held at Ontario in the afternoon. The 9th grade students will be reporting to the former Mother of Sorrows building that we purchased years ago, that we renovated and planned to lease, but we put that on hold so we could utilize that building for our students. This will be called Lakeside 9. Lakeside High School bus routes may be adjusted, and we will communicate that with parents either before break or over break. This also affects central office. Our Board of Education offices were held and were at Lakeside High School. We have relocated those offices as well. The fiscal office, our treasurer, Mark Astorino, in his office, a human resource department, technology, and EMIS will all be held at our new transportation building that was built and finished this year. So grateful that we did that. The Director of Student Services, Julie Fulton, and I will be operating out of this building, the junior high school building, and we will also be mobile, so we'll be in many buildings. Central registration will be out of the Ontario building. We are very grateful for Dean Ayers at Kent State Ashtabula, Spire Institute, Geneva High School, the Ashtabula YMCA, who have graciously offered their support to offer their facilities for all of our athletics. And I'd also like to thank my administration team. They have been in here hours and hours planning. Doug Weatherholt, where are you? He's been in here with me. We have gone through so many scenarios. I could throw them out to you, but 10, 12 different scenarios. His administration team came in yesterday, walked through all the buildings. Mr. John Pinto, who is the principal here at Lakeside Junior High School, Alyssa Geigerich, who is the assistant, Julie Taylor, she is the principal at Erie, helped with the planning process. Julie Fulton, she was in the past 3 days with all the different things that go into relocating 850 students, give or take. Maureen Sabella, who is behind me, she is the PR person. I'm constantly calling on her to, can you get this out? Can you communicate with parents? What can we tell the staff? Lisa Love is our union president with the certified staff, constantly in communication with her, having to move all of these people and with union contracts, and they have been so supportive on where to go. Scott Yop, our board president, in communication with the board and their support on what we need to do in truly 48 hours or a little bit over. Athletic director with all the sports, changing all away games to and from. There's just a lot of things that go into it. And Mark Astorino, he is our treasurer. He is also our director of operations. You have no idea what he has put into the safety, the planning, who he's contacted. I mean, 1:55 a.m. when all this happened, he was here on site. Every time an alarm goes off, Mark knows exactly what is going on. He has planned and communicated with everyone, and so without him, we would not be able to have planned and done what we have done right now without him and his group and Terry. So 48 hours, what we plan to do, it takes all of us. Yesterday, someone said to me, Lakeside Strong, and that's what we're going with. It's a lot. I feel for the students, the staff, but you know what? We're gonna make it work. And for the parents and everyone surrounding, come January 6th, it's gonna be like, it's like the first day of school, and here we are. And the little kids are gonna be so excited to see those high school students on campus. So we're gonna take a really, really bad situation, and we are going to make it a good situation. So that is our plan. And if you have, if you want this information, I can get that to you, but that's what we're going with.
Open for questions?
Sure.
All right. Drove around the back. Looks like there's a bigger gap in the roof now. Is that from the high winds, or did it further collapse? What's the status of the roof right now in the academic wing?
And I'm not going to speak to that because I have a structural engineer and people out there looking at it. I can assume. I mean, we did have wind and rain and more snow, and it is what it is. So we're assuming that, yes.
How confident are you in the plan that you guys have come up with now? I know you said you went through 10 to 12 scenarios here. Are you confident that this is going to work out? And what are you telling parents as for, if they have questions?
I'm confident because they're our buildings. They're safe. Everything is set up. Internet, security cameras, our resource officers, they're on our campuses. I know we are talking about the Lakeside 9 building, but we have it set for it to be one of our buildings that we were going to lease. So we're confident, especially with our resource officer being down there. We are going to operate it as one of our buildings with my administration team and the teaching staff. I'm confident that it is going to be successful. Are we going to see bumps in the road? Yes, but I think we're going to be fine.
So this January 6th plan, is that for the rest of the school year?
It's for the rest of the school year until someone tells Mark and I that we can have our building back, and we're hoping for sooner than later, but we can't control that.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
and right now, there's no indication, as you wait for the structural engineer to come back, of when it will be okay?
There's no indication at this time.
Okay.
Is there any hope that you'll be able to at least get in the right side of the building of the high school and the left side would be down if it's deemed safe? Like split in half essentially? It kind of seems like the right side might not have as much roof damage.
I'm waiting for the experts to tell me that. You always hope that you want to use the part that's not damaged, but I think everything's connected. We want to make sure that our students and our staff and our parents coming into those buildings are safe. So once they tell me whatever we can use, but I'm hopeful, but at this time, I don't think so.
Has there been any estimates on how much the damage is or the cost of the damage?
No one has given me an exact number.
Okay, and then just looking at what you guys got going outside with the dump trucks and the construction gear and all this, it's tons and tons of snow that you got to get out of here, right? But
Yes.
just talk about that a little bit.
So it's Mr. Strong, Terry, who has also been amazing. He is basically removing snow from the campus. All the high mounds have to be removed with buses coming in and out, and with parking, because now the high school students have to park on this side. They are just removing the snow from campus.
Any concern about internet connectivity? I know there's some power outage issues, maybe internet connectivity issues out in the area because of the storm. Do you think that that'll all be relieved by the time that the students go back on Monday?
So at this time, right now, we have no internet issues in this building and our other buildings, so fingers crossed.
I mean, in the neighborhood,
Yep.
for
As of right
residents.
now, we don't have any that we know of. I mean, with the snow and the rain, any snowstorm, you're gonna have issues, but right now, we're good.
Okay. Do you feel like the students are on board and prepared for this?
Well, we are going to we're going to let everyone know on Monday on our campus side. Mr. Weatherholt is going to communicate with them in emails, and when the teachers meet with them remotely, because it's Google Classroom, so they can meet with them live, we're going to roll it out over these next 7 days and get them on board as well.
From an education perspective, is your biggest concern the students falling behind with all of this time off? Any big worry about that, with an extended holiday break and that point?
Well, we're not the only ones that took a calamity day this entire week. All of Ashtabula County has been off all of these days, so we're not any further behind than any other district right now. With being remote for the next 7 days, the high school teachers are prepared to kind of finish up this semester, and I don't think so. I think the teachers are ready. They use Google Classroom anyways at the high school, and they seemed like they were excited to kind of finish this up and get started for January.
And I know that you don't have any estimates on costs, but where will that money come from? for
Our
the kids?
our insurance company is involved, and our claims adjuster will come in and they will take care of that.
Athletics, did you say basically all the games are going to be away games now?
As of right now, but we are talking with Dean Ayers at Kent, and also we are going to be in communication with Spire. We are hoping that one of those locations might be able to have us use them as a home game instead of playing away both games.
Yeah, like a neutral site.
Neutral
kind of
site,
thing.
yeah.
Okay. Anything about the planned extracurriculars, like, I think I asked you about like winter formal, if there was anything
Sure.
like that, or?
So right now, I spoke with Mr. Roth today. Some of the band concerts and orchestra concerts, we're hoping that they can be had here at the junior high school. So same, like I said the other day, we would like to have it as normal as possible. So anything that we can hold here, we're going to try to hold here. Or we can use maybe the campus or even Kent. I know they have an auditorium there. So a lot of community members have reached out and offered, what can we do? So we're gonna ask them for the help. So hopefully everything will be the same, just here instead of at the high school.
Parents know how to get a hold of you guys if they have questions, right?
Yes, that's what Maureen is here. So we're gonna, final forms, we communicate with our families. I am gonna do an all call today after this press conference. And then we're gonna post things on Facebook. I know social media loves to put things out there on what's happening. So we'd like to clear that up today on exactly what is happening. Our goal too is our students are priority. We're not gonna talk about what happened 15 years ago. Our focus is students and getting them back into school, and everyone standing up here with me, that is our priority, is to educate them and to work with, who's up here with me and to make it as normal as possible.
I do have one last question.
Yes.
The snow removal from the roof, I see there's spots that were already kind of removed, you can
Sure.
see. When do you think that the removal of the snow is going to be done? Is that end of the day, maybe tomorrow?
They're working on it over the next 2 days and into the weekend. So hopefully by the return of students, we will have the majority of what we want removed.
Your initial plans were to utilize the Mother of Sorrows building, so why did you choose to do here on Primary? Was that because of transportation?
No, the former Mother of Sorrows building only has 10 classrooms, and we have almost 800 students, so we all couldn't fit in there. And at the time, it was maybe 2 days a week and hybrid with remote. And Mr. Weatherholt and I wanted 5 days a week. Our goal was to get them back as much as we could. So our plan was to move the preschool over into Ontario for the following school year. We just did it a little bit earlier. So we have more classrooms, so now we can get the students back 5 days a week. Anything else? Thank you so much for coming. Thank everybody up here for coming too, and thank you.
Thanks.